Hi everyone, we're back with another video, and today we're going to take a break from embryology to start talking about hormones. And if you've had a lot of education previously about hormones, you can go ahead and skip this video, move on to the next one. But this is just going to be a very introductory video into what hormones are and what they aren't. And the reason why I'm making this video, especially in the current day, is because of a lot of fear-mongering that has been going on in the media with regards to hormones. You see this everywhere. You see, for example, in the grocery store where you see meat, whether chicken's been raised with hormones. You also see it with regards to the transgender community and whether or not it's okay to be giving puberty blockers. And so that's why I titled this video, Do Doctors Want to Just Mess with Our Hormones? Because I see this language a lot. And the truth is, hormones really aren't as scary as we think they are. And altering hormone activity really isn't going to have the same consequences that a lot of people would like you to think. And so, first of all, I'm going to say what hormones are not. And hormones are not some magic chemical that's going to change your body, turn you into a unicorn. They're not going to make you trans. They're not going to make you gay. A hormone is simply a chemical that is produced by the body. It's produced by one organ, and it travels through the bloodstream to another organ. It's simply communication between cells. And since it goes through the bloodstream, it's a very slow process, and it's also a very heavily regulated process. So it's actually very difficult to accidentally alter hormones. And I wanted to take this video to just kind of go over a couple hormones. I'm not going to go through a whole list by any means because there are way too many hormones to do that. We'd be here for ages. But I'm going to go over a few of them because a lot of times there are hormones that we may not consider to be hormones on a daily basis. And that's just because we're not thinking about them in this way. So, of course, we have, I'm just going to put hormones. Of course, we have the hormones that we all think of. We have testosterone is a hormone. Estrogen is a hormone, but there are plenty of other hormones that we interact with every day. And one of these is insulin. And insulin, as you might all know, is important in blood sugar regulation. And so in giving a diabetic insulin, you are in fact messing with their hormones. Same thing with its antagonist, glucagon. It's like the anti-insulin is also a hormone. You also have melatonin. And melatonin could probably also be thought of as a neurotransmitter. Some of these on the list have multiple categories that they can fall into. But melatonin, if you have insomnia and you take melatonin to fall asleep, you are messing with hormone activity. Same thing if you have anaphylaxis and you have an EpiPen. Epi and norepi are hormones. And something else, which I will have a video on, something called angiotensin, and I'm going to put /aldosterone. And this is also, renin is also going to fall into this category, but this is involved in blood pressure regulation. And so if you're taking a blood pressure med such as lisinopril, you are messing with your hormones. If you take aspirin, so there are things called prostaglandins, and these are involved in inflammation mediation, and these are technically hormones. So if you take aspirin or you take naproxen, ibuprofen, those alter prostaglandin function, and so those are messing with your hormones. What else? A couple that can also fall under neurotransmitters, we have dopamine has some hormone activity because dopamine is an inhibitor of prolactin. And so dopamine is a reason why people aren't lactating all the time. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, but also a hormone, because serotonin is involved in nausea pathways. And so if you take a medication called Zofran, also the generic is ondansetron, Zofran is a serotonin antagonist that will prevent nausea. And then also vitamin D, involved in calcium regulation. And so a lot of these on this list are hormones that we interact with every single day that we might not think of as hormones. And there are plenty of good reasons to modify these. Like, for example, insulin. If we don't want to modify hormones, then we can't give insulin to a diabetic. If we can't modify hormones, then we can't give epinephrine to someone in anaphylaxis. And we also can't control blood pressure. We can't give lisinopril. We can't give losartan. You can't give aspirin. You can't give Zofran. And you can't take vitamin D supplements. So just using the term hormone as a scare tactic and saying, oh, we don't want to mess with our hormones, this is fallacious arguing. And I just wanted to take this video to address those points, because hormones really are not as scary as we think. We alter our hormones every single day through various methods. And so hormone modification is simply a tool. It is not an end result, but it is a tool to achieve a therapeutic benefit. And so in the next few videos, I'm going to address how hormones work, and especially going into the sex hormone axis, and also talking about puberty blockers, because I know a lot of people really want to know about puberty blockers and how they work, but this was just a little introduction into hormones. I hope everything made sense for you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave your comments down below. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.